Are you the problem in your relationship? It's a question that can be difficult to ask ourselves, but it's crucial to maintaining a healthy relationship. After all, self-awareness is a key ingredient in a successful partnership. Today, we're going to delve into this topic and explore 10 signs that you, yes, you, might be the problem in your relationship. It might be a little uncomfortable, but remember, it's all in the name of growth and understanding. Stay tuned if you're ready for some self-reflection. The first sign is that you always need to be right. This might seem like a harmless trait, but it can actually cause a lot of tension in a relationship. When you're always asserting your opinion as the absolute truth, it leaves no room for your partner's thoughts and feelings. It's essential to realize that relationships are about compromise. Imagine a world where everyone only saw things from their own perspective, disregarding others. It would be utterly chaotic, wouldn't it? Now imagine bringing that chaos into your relationship. Not a pretty picture, is it? Relationships thrive on understanding and valuing the other person's viewpoint. It's about finding a common ground, not winning a debate. Remember, it's not you against your partner, it's both of you against the problem. So if you find that you're always insisting on your way, disregarding your partner's feelings and thoughts, it might be time to reassess. Are you nurturing your relationship, or are you the problem? The second sign is if you're too controlling. Now, we all like to have a sense of control in our lives, but when it starts to infringe on another person's autonomy, that's when it becomes a problem. Controlling behavior often stems from insecurity or a deep-seated fear of loss. But instead of providing security, it ends up suffocating the relationship. It's important to understand the difference between caring concern and controlling behavior. Caring concern comes from a place of love and respect. It's about supporting and encouraging your partner, not dictating their actions. On the other hand, controlling behavior seeks to manipulate and limit your partner's freedom. It's about power, not love. This can manifest in many ways, from dictating who your partner can spend time with, to making decisions on their behalf without their input. It's crucial to recognize and address these behaviors because they can erode trust and breed resentment. Remember, a relationship is about partnership, not control. Sign 3, you never apologize. Now, we all make mistakes. It's part of being human. But the key to maintaining a healthy relationship is admitting when you're wrong and saying that you're sorry. When you refuse to apologize, it's like adding fuel to the fire of resentment and misunderstanding. Apologizing doesn't mean you're weak or you've lost. It simply means you value your relationship more than your ego. It shows that you're mature enough to take responsibility for your actions, to admit your faults, and to make amends. Imagine a conversation where one person acknowledges their mistake and apologizes. Doesn't it feel more balanced, more respectful? That's because an apology can diffuse tension, foster understanding, and build trust. Refusing to apologize, on the other hand, can lead to bitterness, tension, and even a breakdown in communication. So remember, saying "I'm sorry" when you're wrong doesn't cost a thing, but not saying it can cost you everything. An apology can go a long way in maintaining harmony. Sign 4 is not listening to your partner. Listening, genuine active listening, is a cornerstone of any healthy relationship. It's not just about hearing the words your partner is saying, but truly understanding their thoughts, feelings, and opinions. It's about showing empathy, acknowledging their experiences, and validating their emotions. When you ignore or dismiss what your partner has to say, it's akin to disregarding their feelings. It sends a message that their opinions aren't valuable, their feelings aren't important, and their voice doesn't matter. This can lead to feelings of resentment, frustration, and disconnect, ultimately creating a chasm in your relationship. Active listening fosters connection, understanding, and respect. It's more than just a communication tool, it's a form of showing love and care. It's about being present, being engaged, and showing your partner that what they have to say matters to you. Remember, when you choose to listen, you're choosing to invest in your relationship. Listening is a form of love. Sign 5, you're overly critical. Now, we've all heard the saying, constructive criticism is key. But what happens when it becomes persistent and relentless? It can be a clear sign that you may be the problem in your relationship. Constant criticism can create a negative environment, leading to feelings of inadequacy and resentment. It's like living under a microscope, with every action scrutinized and judged. This can damage self-esteem and create a rift between you and your partner. On the other hand, constructive criticism and positive reinforcement are essential for growth. They foster understanding, promote self-improvement, and strengthen the bond between partners. So instead of focusing on what's wrong, try to focus on what's right. Celebrate the small victories, appreciate the efforts, and when it's necessary to critique, do it with love and respect. At the end of the day, we're all human, and we all have room for improvement. But remember, it's important to build each other up, not tear each other down. Sign 6 is being emotionally unavailable. This is a big one, folks. Emotional availability is like the fuel that keeps the relationship engine running smoothly. Without it, things can come to a grinding halt. Think of it this way: when you're emotionally unavailable, you're essentially building a wall between yourself and your partner. This wall blocks out not only the negative emotions but also the positive ones. It can leave your partner feeling isolated, as if they're in the relationship alone. Being emotionally distant doesn't only mean being indifferent or unresponsive to your partner's feelings. It can also manifest as avoiding discussions about feelings or future plans, or even consistently diverting conversations away from personal topics. Remember, it's okay to have moments of emotional unavailability. We all do, we're human. But when it becomes a consistent pattern, it can create a significant disconnect in your relationship. Emotional availability is key to a thriving relationship. Be present, be open, and let your emotional walls down. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. Sign 7. You're always negative. We all have our off days, but if you find yourself constantly dwelling on the negative, it might be time to take a step back and reflect. A persistent negative mindset can act as a drain, sapping the energy out of your relationship. It can create a cloud of pessimism that looms over every interaction, making it difficult to appreciate the good moments. Relationships thrive on positivity. It's the fuel that keeps the fire burning, the glue that binds two people together. A positive outlook encourages open communication, fosters trust, and cultivates an atmosphere of understanding and compassion. It allows you to see the best in your partner, even when times are tough. Remember, it's okay to have negative thoughts from time to time. The key is not to let them dominate your perspective. Embrace positivity, let it guide your actions and your words. Positivity can make a world of difference in a relationship. Sign 8 is dishonesty. Now let's get real. Honesty is the foundation upon which all successful relationships are built. It's the glue that holds two people together through thick and thin. Without it, the very fabric of your relationship can start to unravel. Now you might think a little white lie here and there is harmless. But little lies can snowball into a mountain of distrust. You see, every time you're dishonest, even about something trivial, it chips away at the trust your partner has in you. Imagine trust as a beautifully constructed wall. Each lie is like taking a brick out of that wall. Over time, the wall becomes unstable and eventually it could collapse. That's the power of dishonesty. And remember, trust, once lost, is incredibly hard to regain. So keep your relationship strong and healthy by being honest, even when it's difficult. Honesty is the bedrock of any strong relationship. Sign 9. You're self-centered. Being self-centered is more than just loving yourself. It's about prioritizing your needs, wants, and feelings over those of your partner. It's when you're always the star of your conversations, when you make decisions without consulting your partner, or when you disregard their feelings and experiences. This kind of attitude can create a chasm in a relationship, making your partner feel unvalued and invisible. Empathy and consideration are key elements in a healthy relationship. They help to create a bond of understanding and mutual respect. Remember, it's not all about you, it's about both of you. It's about understanding your partner's perspective, respecting their feelings, and making decisions that benefit both parties. Being self-centered can lead to a lack of emotional intimacy and trust, which are vital in a relationship. So take a step back, reflect on your actions, and consider whether you're being self-centered. A relationship is about two people, not just one. And finally, sign 10. You don't make an effort. Relationships, like most things in life, require work. They need time, energy, and most importantly, effort. It's the little things like remembering important dates or preparing a favorite meal that often mean the most. These gestures show that you're invested in the relationship and that you care about your partner's happiness. However, if you find yourself constantly putting your own needs and wants first without considering your partner's, this could be a sign that you're the problem. Relationships are a two-way street. If you're not putting in the effort, it can make your partner feel unappreciated or even unloved. Effort isn't about grand gestures or expensive gifts. It's about showing up, being present, and actively participating in the relationship. It's about showing your partner that they matter to you, that you value them, and that you're willing to work for the relationship. Remember, it takes two to tango. So, those were the 10 signs that you might be the problem in your relationship. From always being right to never apologizing, being too controlling to not listening, being overly critical to being emotionally unavailable, always being negative to being dishonest, being self-centered to not making an effort. These are not accusations, but opportunities for growth and better understanding. Remember, recognizing the problem is the first step towards improving your relationship. So, let's take that step together.